We have these subconscious programs which is driving constantly in a different direction. While we visualize we want to achieve something, we set a goal, but we're not able to dream enough. Many times we don't even dream because we have so many limiting beliefs. But more importantly, meditation is helping us reprogram our subconscious mind, is helping us gain a lot of knowledge that supports us to realize our dreams.
I've been practicing meditation for about a year with the CEO Quantum Foundation, and I've seen a lot of great enrichment in the sense my own personal life. I've become much more patient, able to handle ups and downs of life, which we all go through much more easily, be less reactive and be much more proactive and be prepared in life.
I had sometimes that not much sound sleep. Now, after this continuous meditation, I have a good sound sleep.
I've become more positive as a person. I've loosened up a bit, relaxed quite a lot. And then there is a lot of acceptance and self-love that I have experienced.
Meditation has joined in my daily routine. It becomes part and parcel of the daily life. Every morning without meditation, no day goes up actually.
I had a severe headache. I could not move my days without medication. Within a matter of few days, as soon as I practiced meditation, the type of headache just vanished.
Happy morning, dear friends and masters. Great afternoon, wonderful evening. We learned these processes: heart elevation, breath mindfulness meditation, and expressing gratitude. The goal of meditation, there are multiple things that we overcome, but the first thing is that overcoming or changing a mindset. If thoughts and feelings create our outer reality, which was very, very tough for me to accept when I came into meditation, because it seemed always that somebody else, something else is doing something to me. But then later, through experimentation, through understanding the science, came to the conclusion, and everyone who is meditating come to the conclusion that our thoughts and feelings are always creating our outer reality. While we learn about it through quantum physics, but if that is the basis, yad bhavam tad bhavati. If that is the basis, what your bhava is, what is happening. And then our mindset, and the way we think and feel every day about our situations, about our life must change. If our mindset did not change, then our outer is always the same. Think of how powerful it can be. If I think about a person and say, oh, this person is going to be today like this, is going to be even more tough on me, then thoughts and feelings create a reality, is saying that that's what you attract. Now, if you change that dialogue and then say, this person is going to be very nice to me, and we're going to have a nice conversation, a conversation that we can cherish or enjoy, or we're going to settle, we're going to resolve this issue very amicably. If you go into your dialogue with that mindset, with that thought process, then again, the thoughts and feelings create a reality, so then you would experience that nature. It may not be immediate, but it's happening. If not in the next day, it's happening in a few days from then. And then there it starts. All the positivity, all the things we attract will start. But we need to have a sustained, expansive, supportive mindset that supports our life, mindset that supports our wishes and dreams, mindset that expands our experience. Living in comfort zone, for example, is a restrictive mindset. We live in a comfort zone. No, I don't want to try. Everything is going so good. It's okay. Let's go for this weekend trip. There are too many rains out there, so I think I'm good here, so let me just be here. A comfort zone mindset is restrictive, that we are just limited to certain experience. A mindset that says adventure is where we learn, adventure is where we take newer experiences, where we get newer happiness. Every time we do something new, we find so much happiness with us because we remember that for a long time. Our brain gets rewired with new neural networks, and it is happy to learn, and the body is happy to learn. We are here to learn and learn and learn. You go back and contemplate. Every time you learn something, you read a book, you did something new, you went for a walk, even for 5 minutes, you talk about it that whole day and say, hey, I did something special today. Otherwise, everything else is repetitive. So the comfort zone mindset is a restrictive mindset, whereas being out adventurous, taking risks, and doing things differently is an expansive mindset, which is giving us a newer enjoyment, which is removing the boredom from life, stagnation from life. Everyone who is coming to meditate, dear friend, the first thing happening is change in the mindset. A more disastrous thinking or a negative thinking to a more positive and miraculous thinking. We change the way we think and feel about our life. Simple. Or at least from a negative thinking to a more neutral thinking. Depending on how you want to see life. But definitely it is changing a mindset. And there is a good reason why we're not able to change the mindset. Because we are operating 90% of the time through our subconscious mind, which is called an autopilot mind, autonomous. For example, right now we're sitting here, and then our body is already doing trillions of cell operations. We don't know about it. Trillions of cell operations are going in the body. 120 to 150 gallons of blood is going through the body, circulating through our heart. We don't know anything about it. It's called autonomous. It's happening autonomously. There's so many processes happening because the body is intelligent, and then we couldn't be controlling it. So same way, the subconscious mind, where the programs are installed, our subconscious mind, where we install many, many programs, our beliefs and habits and attitudes and our perceptions about people, they're all there, deeply buried, because we experience them again and again. And so they're there. And so we are operating 90% of the time in our given life through a subconscious program. That means it's coming automatically. The moment you see a person, it's automatically triggering a thought based on a past. There's no choice here because we're already driving. This is coming out, and the moment the environmental trigger comes, it's coming out. And so, dear friends, we are operating through our past programs. The question is, what programs have you installed out there in our subconscious mind? And so we're going to learn some of this after meditation, of how meditation is helping us fundamentally examine and then shape the mindset. And if we change the mindset, we start seeing the wonders of our life, that we start seeing everything. We think about it. If my thoughts create reality, what stops us from thinking greatly about health? Nothing. We have to think here. And so health comes. We greatly about our work, the same work we do, then that should change. Same relationship that we are sitting every day and spending, that should change. Must happen. And it is happening, and it is science now. It is quantum physics too. So we will understand that a little more deeply today. This meditation process that we are going every day, friends, if you noticed yesterday, first time when I did heart elevation, some of you may be, right? Now, a lot of these processes, because of the way we are, where we are with respect to the busyness of the mind, and then we may not be able to connect or feel any of those at all. It's possible. When I say with your hands on your heart, right, and then feel it, connect with it. And so when I'm using the words, you may not connect, you may not feel anything. You say, what is that feeling? I don't know what that is. Right? But continue. We'll start becoming very sensitive to body as the inner chatter in the mind comes down, because the analytical mind, which is a barrier to recognize any of the subconscious feelings, because the feelings stay in the subconscious mind, called the center called amygdala, which is coming from there. The analytical mind is blocking. And so we cannot many times recognize unless the feeling is too intense. And so we are becoming sensitive, training ourselves the process of meditation to be sensitive. Now, how do you do be sensitive? We drop this analytical mind. And so the meditation process over a period of time help us drop the unwanted operation of the analytical mind. It's a great tool otherwise. And so when you are trying to feel and then, there's no feel, it's okay. Just be there. Just be there and observe what's happening with your heart, right? You may not know any beat, but very quickly, very soon, you may start noticing there is a beat in the heart that might be there. For some, it's natural. For women, it's faster. What to do? For women, it's faster, right? The mind is already in a lower mode. It is more coherent, more holistic. They think more holistic by default. But so we are there and we practice it and we're going to get better. Now, the very thought, the very guidance that goes on, connect with it and then feel that seat of your emotions, and which is helping you to expand all life. Those very words that are going in are already going into the subconscious. They're already being received by subconscious. So the benefit of it is happening. It's rewiring, it's connecting all that is happening. You see, every thought is translating to rewiring some neural circuits. And so things are happening. It is just that consciously may not know. Just now I said subconscious autopilot. So we don't know that it's already triggering a thought. And after the thought is triggered, the feeling is triggered, the reaction is triggered, only then we get to know, oh, I've already expressed my anger at this person. All right. So subconscious is already learning and picking up and then rewiring. So the process, your intention to wanting to connect is sufficient for brain to start reorganizing. And so then the process of subconscious taking in is there. The benefit is there. I want you to just continue. And then when we get into this Ana-Pana-Sati meditation, before that step. So heart elevation, when we're doing this, we're connecting, and I'm saying recollect an experience from your life, from your past, where you felt good. Bring it up. Some people have the natural tendency to feel good. If you are an experienced meditator, you're already feeling good about everything. You every day dream about how everyone is getting better. You're already there. And so you don't have to bring up a past memory, but just express that greater thought, that noble thought about seeing everybody cooperate, about seeing everybody, celebrate festivals, whatever that is going to move you into a higher state. Everybody together celebrating joyous, you spending time with nature, there is a forest that is so beautiful out there next to you, you're inspired about it. And if those thoughts are challenging, then directly look at something that you have felt good with a person or a situation around you. And so recollect and be in that state. Now, the heart elevation is a lot more effective when we send an intention actively towards somebody or something for them to get better too. When you send a signal towards somebody or something, when I say towards the end, allow yourself to radiate that energy beyond your body onto everything, on every corner on this planet Earth. Just very thought of sending energy or saying that, okay, I'm sending something here which is going to get everybody better. The thought is sufficient because our observation, where you place your attention is there you place your energy. It's quantum model. Where you place your attention is there you place your energy. Automatically, because the thought is fundamentally creating everything. And so then it is sending that energy where somebody else somewhere, that vibration, they feel good. When you have an active intention to help get somebody better, get that planet better, get that Bangalore, that Belanguru better, because in this whole floods, it just gotten battered. So whatever that you send your signal to, and so that is an active intention to get something better, then we are becoming one with it. We're becoming one with the field. And so then heart elevation, the heart and brain become a lot more coherent faster. Somewhere they seem to have this connection. At the end of the day, we're not a disconnected entity. We're going to learn this a lot more as we go along. We're not a disconnected entity. We are a highly intelligent entity connected to this intelligent field. And so the heart elevation, sending that active intention towards somebody, something, seem to be a lot more effective in becoming coherent suddenly with this whole, with that higher emotion. So we do that, right? All you have to do is to have that, okay, my energy is going towards that person, that place, that thing, or this whole earth, whatever that is, if you're responding to a specific cause, do it. My energy is to my beautiful orphanage, so they're all are happy, enjoying. Simple, right? All right. And then the Ana-Pana-Sati meditation, the breath mindfulness meditation, when we are practicing, when we are emptying our mind, of all thought, and thought being always about a person or a place or a thing. Thought is about a person. Person is equal to a being, like an animal, anything you take it. A person or a place or a thing in a given time frame. So thought, for example, we're all here. So we are across the world, all of us here, probably so many of us, sitting together on this day in a given time frame. The places are everywhere. The things, of course, we have our laptops, computers, mobiles, everything is there. All of us are there. So this is a thought. Your marriage day was a thought. It is a thought, but it happened long ago for those who got married. All right. That first kiss is a memory, that is, there is a thought. Again, it happened in the time, somewhere back in time, but it is there. Physically do not exist, it is there in time and memory. In the quantum field, that quantum model is saying everything is space and time. In matter, everything is space and time. That's how we define matter. So a thought is holding us to the matter, the material stuff, our body, our people around us, the environment, everything. So when we empty our mind, we are slowly moving away from matter. So in meditation, when I say, become aware of that empty field, emptiness, where there is no body, so no people, places, things, there is no thing, and no place, no time. When you're emptying the thought, mind of thought, then we're emptying our understanding about every material thing, and so as a result, dear friends, so we are letting go of everything that we know of, and so what you're left with? We're left with the total emptiness. Everything you ever know of material is gone. Sun is gone, moon is gone, all the elements have gone, stars have gone, because everything are thoughts. We're releasing all thought one by one. Our body is forgotten. Our people are forgotten. My office is forgotten. Everything is forgotten one by one. So what you're left with? What you're left with? If nothing is there, think of it. From your room, furniture taken, all the halls are taken, lights are taken out. Suddenly, if you're in Bangalore, everything is taken out of Bangalore because thoughts are gone, you're forgetting. India is taken out, world is taken out, sun is taken out, stars are taken out, galaxies taken out. What are you left with? Potentially it goes left to your imagination. So you may have a blackness there, totally empty because nothing is there. It's an emptiness. This could be represented as black for you. If you've always been used to sleeping in the nighttime with a blue light, it might appear for you as like a blue light because that's all, nothing is there. In dark, nothing is there. It could be black, it could be blue, it could be white of any type, sky blue, because sky represents emptiness. It could be sea. Many, many ways it shows up for people. It could be light. For some people, there is suddenly this white, golden light. There's something is there. And so when we are going to this emptiness, we might experience many ways something out there. So that is a quantum field. That is the field of all creation. That is consciousness. In quantum physics, everything is energy and matter. And so when you take matter out, then what we are is with the energy. We are with this energy field. Your consciousness demystified, that is it. Then there is a lot more intelligent properties. We'll learn about the properties later of this field. So we are being into that emptiness, empty field of energy. So when you do this practice, of course, so when you are there and observing your breath, emptying your mind, slowly as you observe the breath, empty the mind. Slowly, breath is becoming lighter, mind is getting empty. Where are you observing? Anywhere in the nose. Are you doing forceful inhalation, exhalation? No. You're just observing your natural breath. The natural breath, hold on to it and observe it. Are you holding on to the breath for the whole duration of the meditation? No. You're observing the breath initially. As you observe, breath may be becoming lighter, and then slowly thoughts are coming. And as thoughts are coming, and thoughts are coming down, and as that is happening and happening and happening, and suddenly one of 3, 4 things will happen. One, you would have forgotten that you're observing the breath. And so when you forget you're observing the breath, you're already in an altered state. A state where you're empty, where you're not actually thinking of anything, you're somewhere. This is where you're lost yourself. I don't know where I am. The second thing that can happen, after 10 minutes, you suddenly wake up with a jolt and you know you slept, possible. The third thing that can happen, as you're emptying the mind, as you're observing the breath, and slowly, the breath is becoming lighter, it'll become so less, because the body is already settled, your mind is already getting empty. So we don't need really a lot of energy to have this body running. Autonomous nervous system takes very, very little energy. To do the blood circulation, it was so little energy. So the body is becoming lesser. I mean, the breath is becoming lesser, small, tiny. There'll be a point where you struggle to find the breath. And so let go at that time. Something happening by that time. By that time, something is happening to you. Let go of the very notion of holding on to the breath. Just let go of it. There is something else that is already starting in place. If you're caught into that point of culmination of the breath, so empty, so tiny, so little, and almost non-existent, already something is happening for you. Let go and go into that side. And you don't know there when you're on the other side. Either you don't know about you, or you're actually there. You're actually there. Something of sensations are happening to your body. Body is moving, shaking, heaviness, lightness, pain, visions, and they're all there. Now it is difficult initially to observe whether it is your hallucination, imagination, or is it real. It's possible. But continue to be there and do not try to analyze that. You will know strongly to your mind that it is a thought you're thinking. And when you know it, come back. When you are in doubt, don't come back. Be in that state of observing what's happening around you. That observation is not your mind. Observation in that state is awareness. Awareness is always outside the mind. I mean, the mind itself is outside the body. We'll come back to it later. Observation is from an awareness. You know, that awareness which is sort of observing you when you wake up from a deep sleep and say, I had great sleep. It is the same awareness. So dear friends, I want you to be in that state where you are experiencing something. That experience of something could be total emptiness. First thing for many people happen is that emptiness, because you've gone out of thought, then you are in this empty field, a black field, a dark field, a totally blue field, light, anything could be there. Some people, nothing is there, they're just trying to observe that empty. That's also fine. That emptiness is equal to energy. You and I accept or not, that is quantum physics. All emptiness is energy. They find vibration there. They find its wavy nature. It's got, and so that energy is oscillating beyond speed of light. That's also they found. So many Newtonian laws do not apply. Laws that are applying, they don't apply here when you're anything oscillating beyond speed of light. Doesn't matter. So that energy is there. So some people start sensing some kind of energy, light, tingling. Some don't. That's okay. Doesn't have to be. But we are in this field of energy and we are soaked into it. And then many magical things happen when we are there. We keep learning about it. So let's go into meditation for today, dear friends. Relax yourself. Sit comfortably with your eyes closed. Relax your body. Make an intent that you are sitting through a meditation today, that you are deeply interested to empty yourself, to go away from your body and away from your life and be in that empty state, that quantum field. Make that intent. That's your strong intent. Dear friends, dear masters, with your eyes closed, specs removed, keep your hands on your chest area. Rest your attention on your sacred heart. And feel your heart center feel that beautiful heart, your primary connection into this quantum field of energy. Which is always sending the signal about your intents with that feeling. Connect with it. Feel the beat, the rhythm of your heart center. Love it into your life. Appreciate it. Express gratitude to it. This center, which is nurturing you and everybody around you with its energies of love, joy, gratitude, compassion. Feel and recollect a memory, an event from your past or from your present of love, of joy, of compassion. Relive that moment and elevate yourself. Relive that moment and feel that energy inside your beautiful heart. And allow yourself to radiate that energy beyond your body onto every corner of this planet Earth, where it is bound to be received by the needy. The more we experience that energy, the more we become coherent with all things and everybody, dear friends. And slowly, let's go into breath mindfulness meditation with your fingers into fingers, resting your hands comfortably in your lap. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. Our goal is to empty the mind when we observe our breath. The mind becomes empty of all thought. Be with your breath. Become one with that in-breath and the out-breath. And allow yourself to slowly become empty of all thoughts in your mind. Allow yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to experience the total emptiness, that energy Allow yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to experience that emptiness. Become aware of the emptiness, that blackness, that void. Spreading far and wide. That's energy. This is the quantum field of energy, of unlimited possibilities, the place of all creation. If you find yourself distracted in thought, go back to observing your breath and allow yourself to find that emptiness all around. Allow yourself to experience this emptiness of no body, of no thing. The longer you stay connected to this emptiness, the more you receive from it, the more clearer you become. The more expansive you become. Allow yourself to merge into that emptiness of yourself. This is your greater intelligence. That awareness. The longer you stay aware of it, the more whole you experience, the more you experience your oneness. Recollect your experiences from the session, and whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds, and then you may open your eyes. Okay, friends. Hope you enjoyed the session. We'll introduce reminding, we'll introduce 3 facilitators. We have 3 more facilitators. In the spotlight, so I'm trying to recollect who we introduced yesterday. Yes.
Koti, sir.
Koti.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good morning, my dear friends. My name is Koteshwara. I started my meditation journey in 2001, and it was by Dr. G.K. sir. So now I am the facilitator for Team Violet and Team Violet Plus. Now I am working with the Buddha Seva Foundation, associated with Buddha Seva Foundation. This is a great opportunity for me. So many learnings. Thank you so much for this. This is 40-day journey. We can learn so many things. Have a great journey. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Koti, for everything you're doing. So Violet and Violet Plus. Wonderful. Next, Ramesh.
We have Vidya Ramchandran, ma'am.
Vidya, madam. Spotlight, please. Yes. Yes, madam.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. So I am Vidya. So I am the group facilitator for the Orange and Orange Plus. So I'm very happy to be associated with you all, because there is going to be a lot of learning. So the knowledge is going to just come to us like a river. So we are all open to that. Let us all make the practice together always and all 40 days. So thank you so much, sir, for giving me the opportunity.
Wonderful. Thank you, Vijaya madam. So much energy that you are putting into this. Really, thank you for everything you're doing as a volunteer. Rediscovering, we all rediscover ourselves with meditation. Yes, yes, sir, madam. What do you say, madam? We rediscover ourselves in meditation.
Yes, sir, really it is there, sir. So you go inside, and what is there inside? Actually, we are digging ourselves from inside, taking out what is not needed and what is needed. It is really a rediscovery, and that's what it is. First, it becomes like a discovery, like Columbus, then it becomes a rediscovering ourselves. So it's a great inner journey. A lot of discoveries that is happening, which we have not even know whether they are there.
Yes, definitely. Those of you who want to speak to Vidya madam to know her transformation journey. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir.
Anjana ji is there? Right?
Yes, sir. Anjana ma'am is.
Is there? Okay. Yes. Hi, madam, please.
Happy morning, dear friends and masters. I am Anjana Lidwani from Dubai. I am a facilitator for Yellow Prosperity Yellow and Yellow Plus group. And I'm really happy to associate with Chandraji. And after he came to Dubai, I attended workshop. After that, I'm very regular in meditation, almost 8-10 months now. And in case anything, I can be any help, it will be my pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anjana. Your group. So that you and all of your group.
Yellow Plus.
No, that's there. I'm saying all of your group from Dubai, you're all are waking up at 4:30. Rather waking up maybe much before, but sitting there. I know many of you are there from Dubai. So wonderful.
Thanks a lot for giving us an opportunity. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. All right. All right, friends. So I wanted to bring up this story, which I was very, very fascinated about. When we're talking in the context of changing a mindset, in the program, the way we are doing is that we are ending by around 7:30 India time, and then we're staying back. Those who have questions, they would like clarity and all of them, then you could stay back to ask those questions. Some days we'll get a lot of opportunity to go through Q&A before 7:30 India time. Now, Thursdays, tomorrow, after meditation, is going to be a special breakout room where you'll spend time with your facilitator and asking, and there'll be separate smaller rooms so you can ask questions and all of them clarify. But in case you'd like to clarification every day, if you stay beyond 7:30, then you will be able to get a lot of questions, right? So today, and normally what we're doing on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we are doing what we call a master class. So we're going through a little longer concept, right? A concept, we're going to go a little more detail. So today we'll understand this mindset, right? We're changing the mindset. Let's get this thing out. So this story is a fascinating story that clearly determines how our thoughts change. When our thoughts change, our life changes. So Harvard did this study, and Harvard did this study where they've taken a group of senior citizens. Some of you know about this story, but then it's always good to reinforce it. And so when you're taking a group of senior citizens and kept them in a resort for a week, and they have divided these senior citizens into two groups. And they said, one group, you go and spend the time in the resort, as just going there and then spending time, just chill, enjoy, and then it's a resort, relaxation, do whatever you want. And another group, they said, when you are there, keep thinking that you are younger, you're getting younger. Now, why is the reason? They said they've decorated the resort to be 20 years back in time. They decorated the resort to be 20 years back in time. So this experiment was conducted in the early 90s. So they went back to early 70s. And the resort is decorated as if it would have been a 1970 resort. And the look and feel, that program, the food style, the dressing habits, the play area, how it looked in 1970s, the rackets used for tennis, for tennis and all of that, everything was the 1970s, that technology. And so one group is asked to go and spend time, another group is asked to just be there, spend time, but while, regularly keep thinking, I'm younger by 20 years and I feel it. They asked them to think that way. So what they found, an astonishing result after just a week later, they started seeing increase in height. When they started measuring the height of the senior citizens, they're increased in height. They're eating a lot more. They're running a lot more. They're dancing more. They're enjoying more. They're staying up late a lot more. They're behaving like as if they're 20 years younger. This group is 40 to 60 years old. Then they're behaving now like a 20 to 40-year-old. In 1 week, dear friends, that environment caused a significant amount of change in their thought process. Those who thought that I'm younger and I feel it, 2 in 3 people, 63% became younger. Those just spent time there, almost 1 in 2 people became younger. Our environment that is sending a signal, it is always sending signals around us. When I see a person, a good person, it gets a good signal is sent, our brain pulls the past memory, and around the memory, then it is operating. The memory has a feeling, and then the feeling is sending a signal to the body to feel good. If the good person, you have good memories, then it feels good. So it sends a feel good signal, and then we suddenly bring that emotion up. And if it is not so good person, somebody gave us tough time yesterday in our office, then that's what it is pulling back and then sending the signal. Our environment is constantly sending us back in time with the memories, with the feelings, and automatically they change the body into a new state. A week later, these people became younger. Our thoughts, so as they were sustained, as they were there whole day in this environment, they sustained thinking about new things, good things. They started behaving as if they're younger because they're so full. They're so full of the youthfulness or the youthful memories and thoughts. And so our thoughts and feelings are creating our beliefs and habits and perceptions over a period of time. Our thoughts and feelings our memories are there. Now, these people in their youthfulness, when they're there in a resort, it evokes what? Relaxation, it evokes enjoyment, it evokes celebration when you're in a resort. And so that's what they're pulling all those memories of the past, of enjoyment, of relaxation, of celebration. So, celebration would translate to events where we were dancing. Celebration would translate to going out and then doing these walks, or not talking about things. So they were doing all of that by pulling all the past memories, connecting, and so they fill themselves up, and so they're signaling the body. So now, dear friends, the more we think and the more we feel, slowly all of that goes back into our beliefs. For example, in this case, the belief would have been that, hey, if I go to a resort, I'll always have a good time. Assuming they had all that good memories from the past, every time you went to a resort, you relax, you enjoy, you celebrate. What's the memory you get when you go think of a resort? If you went there, that's what you would get. So you've got a belief that I go to your resort, it's going to be good. It's going to be relaxing. So we form certain beliefs. And so the moment you have this understanding, then a habit kicks in. If I'm in a relaxing place, I can nicely wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning, not at 6. It doesn't have to be. That's a habit we form. It kicks in readily. Because that's why we're going to a resort, to relax, unwind, right? And say, okay, so nice. I don't have anything to do tomorrow, so I'm going to wake up at 6. I mean, wake up at 8. Oh, my resort is there, so I think I can go and then nicely play my tennis. Automatically it comes in. You have this by default, you equate a resort means a play and then enjoyment. So there's several things that are there as the habit comes out. So our thoughts and feelings that regularly are becoming our beliefs over a period of time. If you've been meeting a person who is a tough for you in office, and then because you're encountering that person 3 times, 4 times, and then slowly everything that is repeated will become a belief and say, this person is tough. And so every time you look at the person, you have a certain way of behaving. Your habit is there. Automatically, you believe that this person is this. And habitually, you do something. Habitually, you go into a corner. Habitually, you put your defense up before they even say something. And then slowly, as the habits are there, you're responding, and then you start knowing a little more about the person. Now, if this person is if the person with the toughness is behind the person, if he has been a person which is very disciplined in his life, talks about, hey, I'm from army, I'm from police, I've done this every day, I've been so disciplined in my life. And so then now we start perceiving that, okay, disciplined people are going to be tough people on me. And so we make it a generalized more statement. We start perceiving that, and if the person is a senior person, slowly it extends to say all senior people in companies are very tough. We make a generalized perception about things. So our thoughts and feelings that are regularly there are slowly forming into our beliefs and habits and perception. They're all related. That's what is defined as a state of being. Once it is there, now where is it stored? It's all stored. Our brain is divided into 3 areas: conscious, subconscious, and unconscious, or deep conscious, deep subconscious. The brain, the top part, the conscious mind in this peach color, is the human brain, is a logical brain, whereas the subconscious is the limbic system or the emotions brain, a long-term memory brain, so the yellow color one, and then a super subconscious, unconscious, for a moment we call it, which is your seat of the core, and that is the reptile brain, taking care of survival, reproduction, but also deeply defines who you are. Deeply defines who you are. That individual identity, that ego self that defines who we are. That ego self is important for us to experience our life as me and as you separately. It's important not to say to dominate, but it is important as an identity is important, but we have got all false identities. The identity is based on external pleasures, external recognition, validation. That ego self, that thing is subconsciously, that programs are separating us, and then they are individualizing experiences that we get. But in the process, we've forgotten that we're all a connected entity. But coming back here, so brain is divided into 3: conscious, subconscious, and superconscious. Now, the subconscious and superconscious are generally are combined into one, the unconscious combined into one thing. And then all our memories are stored there. All our memories are stored there. The deep memories, the beliefs, that thing happen, things that repeat in our life, slowly stored there. If your wife, wife or husband, if they're cooking well, and then every time they make the biryani so good, then by default say, oh, that biryani is by default, it's going to be good. So you formed a fundamental belief that it is going to be good by default. So there's an expectation attached to it. And then you go in there, then suddenly sometimes it's not good. Because we believe that when it happens 3 times, 4 times, then you have that conclusion that it is that way. It is good by default. Empty our food is great because we experienced it a few times. So, dear friends, what happens when we experience things a few times and then experience things with a lot of feeling, then it slowly becomes a belief going into the subconscious mind. Our brain, that subconscious mind, which is there deep inside in that little lemon-sized ball, yellow color lemon-sized ball right inside below in the previous picture. The big brain in the conscious mind is on the top, which is a big part of the brain. The size of the brain in the previous slide, I want to go back here. The size of this conscious mind is all of this, everything that human possesses that animals don't possess is called conscious mind, is there. And then what is it? And then look at the size of this subconscious and superconscious. These are all only lemon size, these two things together. Yellow color and then orange color, small things. Think of them as just a lemon. Now the beauty, the anomaly here is that that big part of the conscious brain, which is responsible for creation. How does creation happen? When we learn things and then we create, right? If you learn about Himalayas, you want to go and experience Himalayas. So you got a creative experience here. If you learn more about computers and then you become programmer, you're going to create some beautiful systems out there, right? So learning leads to creation. Now, our conscious mind is all about learning, all about creation. This is where all your logic, analysis, your visualization, reasoning, cognitive memory, everything is there. But the anomaly, dear friends, is that we use only a little part of it. We use a very little part of it in our daily life, and then research is showing that more than 90% is the subconscious mind that we're using, and which has got this, is called autonomous mind, which got these routine thoughts, routine feelings. Routine thoughts about traffic. Oh, Bangalore traffic is bad. Routine. So it automatically comes up. When you go into office with a mug, the first thing you're talking is how the traffic was today on that road, this road. The Sheikh Zayed road is just, today was just there. We got to think about and talk about traffic. We got to talk about weather. We got to talk about stock market and then our properties. It's an everyday affair. Routine thoughts and routine feelings about it. What is the feeling of one more day I'm in this traffic, man? Listen, I got to get out of the city. I got to get out of this area. So routine behaviors are there by default. When you wake up from the bed, you're always waking up from the same side, a routine behavior. You just turn to the right side, you press the buzzer, you wake up and then go to the bathroom in the same route, routine behavior. So without even knowing, without being mindful, we just do things so quickly because our autopilot brain is taking care of it. The thing is, there are a lot of programs out there, and they're also very restrictive. We're limited in thinking. I don't have time. I don't have money. I'm not good. And people don't value me. I'm not good enough. I am not fulfilling my duty well. Constantly we have judgments about ourselves, a judgment about others, and which are called as beliefs that we formed about others, right? So they're all there in subconscious, and then autopilot is working for us. But meditation, when you practice this meditation regularly, it is structurally is helping us. What's happening is that when you meditate, it is slowly disengaging us from the past, that unwanted, unsupportive thought. We've got the belief that my company is not a big company, so I can't expect a good hike. It's a belief you form. Oh, I'm in this big company. In a startup, you would have planned a 50% growth. You come to this company and say, it is not possible to grow at that rate because it's just not possible. Big companies cannot grow. You made it. You may still be a very agile unit in your company, but you have this conclusion that's not possible because overall everybody is telling you that. You already formed a belief based on all the reports. And so you also end up being conservative and then stop that a fascinating growth you would have experienced before, but you plan for very less growth. So that is a belief is formed, and so you operate out of the beliefs. But then meditation is helping us to, as we are regularly emptying our mind, and so we are, when you come out of the meditation and we are there in the wakeful time, our thoughts that we are emptying and emptying and emptying, and slowly over a period of time, as meditation builds up awareness, when you're regularly practicing to empty, and that emptying the mind is bringing up awareness, and the awareness is helping us look at and say, hey, my thoughts are creating reality. So what I think is what I create. So why am I thinking something limited? You say, I don't have time. Why am I thinking that I don't have time? If thoughts can create, I don't have skill. Why am I thinking that I can't learn? So you're aware of it, and then you stop firing the circuit. Neuroscience says that for 3 weeks, if you don't, for 3 weeks and longer, if you don't fire some circuits, meaning if you don't recollect a memory, recollect something, then that brain circuit is slowly disappearing. So when you build your awareness and when you have an expansive understanding that my thoughts, feelings create reality, that only when I'm grateful and joyful to somebody, then they can change better, faster. And so you start applying those things automatically. And so then you stop firing the old circuits, and slowly, our subconscious programs will go away. The limited subconscious programs go away. And meditation every day is dropping this restless waves of mind. So because all the thoughts are coming up through this restless waves from the subconscious is telling traffic is bad, my life is tough, my financial situation is tough. And when he has his feelings, and every day when you look at a financial conversation between two colleagues, suddenly it pulls your thought back and say, oh, this is going to be very tough for me too this month. Somebody says, hey, the price have gone up. Suddenly we start connecting to our situation and say, oh, how is it going to impact me immediately? We'll go back and start worrying about it. Because it comes out of this whole subconscious program that now my financial situation is really bad. And so all this bed of thoughts that are coming up, I mean, the subconscious bed of thoughts, bed of beliefs are producing a lot of thought, a lot of waves onto the top. And in meditation, we are fundamentally lowering all of them. Our conscious mind is dropped. That analytical mind is analyzing is dropped when you practice regularly. And then over a period of time, the subconscious mind has got all these beliefs. We got to access it and then reprogram it. We got to examine and say, what do I got out there deep inside? As a woman, I am very disadvantageous. You look at that. And then over a period of time, this program, then we're going to learn that how, people like Mother Teresa have done fascinating things being a woman. Then you say, I can do it. Then we'll also learn many ordinary people here doing extraordinary things. And then we'll listen to their experiences and say, okay, so I too can do it. I don't have a limitation. It's only there in my mind, my program. And so we change. We examine our subconscious programs because we are aware, and so we change. So meditation lowers the volume of all this conscious mind thinking suddenly because we are going away from it. We are observing a breath going away. And then it is dropping this analytical mind, which is a barrier, which is trying to reason out everything. For a moment, it drops that analytical mind. It's a barrier to learning to examine what is there and then reprogram it. So drop that. And so then we have access to subconscious mind. Children don't have this analytical mind. That's not developed yet for them. The toddlers, they haven't developed it. And so whatever you tell them, they take it. You say it is dangerous, it hurts you, they remember for 10 years. You say you're not looking good, they feel like something deep inside, hey, I'm not looking good, my mom said that. Because they straight take into the subconscious and they remember it and every day they apply it. I'm not looking good. Hey, you fit for nothing. You tell that statement to your toddler and the toddler has got it and has got it for his lifetime until the toddler is given a meditative thing to examine, go back and examine that, he's told that's a limited belief. He's thinking that I'm not good fit for anything. We make statements that, no, my son studies well, but he does not get marks. And we make the statement and then he's recording deeply because children by default have less analytical mind. And so they're absorbing, they're like a sponge absorb. And so dear friends, we've got to be impeccable with the way what we speak because it's going straight into the children, whatever they take, because they're not developed so much analytical mind until 7 years normally, right? So the subconscious programs are directly need to be accessed. Meditation helps us to access, examine. And so when you change them, you change your mindset, you change your state of being, dear friends. So meditation is dropping our analytical mind, unwanted analytical mind, to not reason out unnecessarily. In a class like this, we are here to learn, right? We are here to know more. Now, if you keep applying analytical mind, then what happens? We filter. Because I'm saying something, now you're trying to apply analytical mind, reason it out and say, what is it for me in my life, this and that. And so in the process, the analytical mind is not letting you observe what is said next. And so it is important that analytical mind is kept aside and said, hey, sit down for me. Wait, I'm right now want to take absorb everything. I want to absorb everything. My reasoning later. Right? Reasoning later. Let me think and then let me record. When I keep notes, then I am recollecting. You are basically forming more neural circuits. Every time you learn, you're forming some circuits. Every time you take notes, you're forming a lot more neural circuits because you have a context now. The context is in this class on that blue color notebook with a red color pen, you're writing, and then the way you write, and then while you write, there is a certain feeling that, okay, today is the second day or third day. There's a bigger context is there. And that whole context also records it. So when the context is recorded with a feeling, then you remember better. So it's a good practice to take notes, dear friends, of everything that we are learning here. So the meditation is structurally changing the brain, altering the thought, because analytical mind is dropped, conscious mind is expanded due to several neural connections being formed. We'll learn that later. And then there's any amount of research on it. And then reprogram subconscious mind allows us to access the subconscious so we can reprogram it, right? The last slide I wanted to say before we close the session for today is there is this whole brainwave state. By default, we are in this high brain waves. Now, what is this reason, or what is the purpose of the slide? Is to say that from a highly stressful brain waves, meditation is helping us go down into a very beneficial brainwave state. When you play music, when you're about to sleep, you're already starting to change your brainwaves into drop all the unwanted brainwaves, and you're already going into a more creative, more relaxing states called alpha, theta, delta. So meditation is far greater into sleep, far greater to going into nature, far greater to contemplation, because it is taking you into much deeper states. An alpha state is what you get by listening to music, being in a nature. But meditation slips you into that state. A theta state is what people get into slowly as they take a lot of antidepressant drugs that sort of take you down deep inside. But that's not what you do, a lot of side effects. You want to take meditation, goes into theta state where you are into the flow state, your creative state. So something different happens. Delta, and then some of these states are very, very, delta is a deep sleep state. In sleep, in deep sleep, you go into the delta state. Meditation naturally takes you to the state. What is that state? The state is an intense amount of rejuvenation of the body. The body is repairing. Body is producing growth hormones, growth chemicals, anti-cancer hormones. They're all happening in this deep delta state. Meditation takes us in every meditation, depending on how deeper we're going, then we're going into this state. So brain is and the body are all structurally changing, altering, right, friends? So we'll learn more of this as we go on through practicals. So thank you very much for joining. That if you have in summary, meditation is altering our subconscious programs. It helps us to tame our analytical mind, to use it when it's needed, otherwise be there so that we become more receiving. And so then we change slowly our subconscious programs. It helps us to access the subconscious so that what you learn and receive, it goes in and then it becomes a newer program if you feel that's the right thing for us. During this program, we're going to learn a lot. So tomorrow, we're going to learn about a set of importance of books. If we have programs which are limiting, and then how do we get to know new programs that are expansive, more unlimiting? We got to read all the inspiring books. And so we'll introduce a set of books tomorrow and then understand the importance of it, so that the next week we launch something called a book club, which we are using, which we're going to learn several new programs to create a better life. Ramesh, any announcements?
Yes, sir. So we again
friends and masters. Thank you, sir, for a wonderful session. Please turn on your videos if possible when you introduce or when you have any questions, and during the session also. And if you are not logged in WhatsApp messages, please join in WhatsApp message and please check your emails. Thank you.
So today, the facilitators are going to circulate an important book called Meditation is Very, Very Easy. So this book is a wonderful, it has everything in it. Just to know the basics of meditation. So I highly recommend everyone to read this book. It's a free PDF. It's probably about anywhere between 30 to 1 hour, 30 minutes to 1 hour read. That's all it is, right? So please do take advantage of that resource and then read through. What we learned in day 1 and day 2, we're going to remind some concepts, but some of them that you won't have known, then you'll be realistic. Immense records. A lot of doubts get clarified. How long to meditate, when to meditate, where to meditate, what is a good posture, all of them are given. Please read them, and then we'll answer many questions around that tomorrow. Thank you all. Have a wonderful day. Yes. Lalita, please go and announce it. You want to announce? Every month, 21st, since we still are 200 plus people, and then maybe there are more people on the YouTube channels. Every month on 21st of the month, Buddhasiya Quantum Foundation, along with Pyramid Valley, Spiritual Tablets, and few other organizations, we are doing a group meditation to heal the planet, heal ourselves. Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, who introduced meditation to the entire world, transcendental meditation, significantly, right? They have done enormous amount of studies. And then, of course, now several organizations have done the studies later. And then PSS movement with Patriji, then we always done many, many group meditations. When we do group meditations, then they are on a specific cause. And so then they seem to impact and then change the cause to a better one. So if there is a conflict and you meditate on that thing and say there are people resolving the conflict and happily living for a group of people, and then they seem to have altered that state for them, the conflicts get resolved, right? So there are 1,000 people come together and meditated around this Washington, D.C. area, and then the only goal is to see the crime rate gets dropped. 2 weeks later, dear friend, they've actually seen a tremendous amount of crime rate getting dropped. There are many, many experiments like this called group intentions can cause some group causes to become resolved, issues can be resolved, and things can get better. Financial situation getting better for people. So we are doing a monthly meditation on 21st of every month, right? It's called a Million Meditator Moment, right? And so we want to come together and meditate with a group intent. So it'll be a guided meditation and with intents towards a better planet, better people, lesser conflicts and all of that. So if you are one who would like to join that, and then believe that every thought and every energy of ours, every feeling of ours actually make an impact on another person. So join, because energy is non-linear, non-local. So you can sit here and communicate with somebody else. That's the called telepathy. So a lot of things we'll learn. But so please do join. That's at 5:30 to 6:30, an hour of event, a short, powerful meditation. Then we're coming together towards wishing greater good for everybody. We not only can do physical good, but then through energy work, it's all energy work, we can do enormous good. Sitting at home, we can do significant cause of change. Patriji believed it always, and she always has a program, multiple programs like this called Dhyana Jagath, for betterment of people around with sankalpa, with a lot of intents. And so 10-day program every year happens in December in Hyderabad, 3-day program in Pyramid Valley, and many, many other places like that, where thousands of people come and meditate. So we are doing this every month on 21st, dear friends. So do join. It's a free event as always in the evening today. They'll be posted in your groups. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you tomorrow again. And we will do take questions. Those of you who want to ask some questions or share an experience after a couple of minute break.
In my body, every cell is alive with love. into the healing process. I allow spirit to do what it does. Joy fills every cell in my body. Every cell is alive with love. I relax into the healing process. I allow spirit to do what it does. Joy fills every cell in my body. Every cell is alive with love. I relax into the healing process. I allow spirit to do what it does. Peace. Peace fills every cell in my body. Every cell is alive with love. I relax into the healing process. I allow spirit to do what
Okay. You know, we have a lot of facilitators. The questions are coming. I'm not sure why we don't want to answer them in the chat. Okay.
Yes, sir, we have Lucille, sir. Please unmute yourself. We can't hear you, sir. Please check your mic.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Am I
Please go
audible?
ahead. Yes, sir.
I just want to convey my thanks to Chandraji. It has been an enjoyable session, and I have just the third day, but I see the improvement on day-to-day basis. Thank you so much, Chandraji. Lot of thanks. Thank you.
That's very nice, sir. That's great. Good to see that some change is already happening. That's wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Who else? No questions. Okay.
So we have Praveen Puri. Sir, please unmute yourself.
Thank you, sir. I'm sorry, maybe my background is a little bit dark. I'm a meditator for last 10, 11 months. I'm joined in the PSSM movement. What I observed is that I always used to a little bit struggle with meditation in terms of connectivity to the consciousness. But in the last 3 days, the way you restructure the meditation in terms of first elevating the heart and then even how do you focus your attention on the breath, this is really, really helpful. And also the kind of music and the vibrations that you're using, it's just immensely helpful. So I found that just in just a short period, I found it extremely interesting and different compared to my last 10 months experience. So I just wanted to make a note and let others also know that, I mean, because everyone in the early stages of a meditation, inadvertently we focus on, breathing, not necessarily, even though how many times we say observe, but we end up breathing more. But I think the way you organize it, the way you tell team to meditate, that's slightly changing, and I felt it really, really joyful and grateful. And again, it's just to say thanks and being grateful to you. No further questions at this point.
Sure, Praveen. Thank you. I think we all have a certain connection to each other. We all have a certain level way of learning and wanting to learn. Yes, our goal at Buddhasa Quantum Foundation is to accelerate our experience. Right? We are constantly looking at ways to accelerate the experience. So what we can learn and experience, say, in 6 months to experience in 40 days, and what we can do in 40 days, can we bring that further down to lesser, so that we get better faster, we get inspired more faster to do greater things. So thank you for the observation. We are looking to build some technology which can even accelerate this even more better. We'll see. Thank you.
Samita ma'am, please go ahead.
I'm not able to concentrate, my mind, I'm not able to empty it. Very few seconds I can do.
And which is right, madam. Thanks for actually ringing it up, because that is on the top of everybody's mind. And it is absolutely fine. A few seconds, we can do a lot of wonder to you. The thing is, in reality, it's not few seconds. In reality, it would have been many seconds continuously or in breaks. Continuously or in breaks. And
it's in breaks.
It will happen. It's very, very natural that when we are emptying our mind, when you are observing the breath, mind is getting empty, and after a few seconds, it would have been there. Either fully empty or half empty. What is half empty? Or the 60,000 thoughts would have come down to, let's say, 20. But you know, the general chatter is not there. In fact, we drop down pretty quickly. Well, the moment you close your eyes, pretty quickly, a lot of chatter is dropped. The moment you came to this meditation with an open mind, with a lot of intent, anyway, your mind is mostly empty. Then we are trying to work on it, right? But it is okay. You will be empty fully or partially empty for a few seconds. Then suddenly thoughts come. Again, you're attending back. Again, thoughts come. And I say, it can happen 1,000 times. Are you ready to keep bringing your attention back 1,000 times? Are you ready?
Yes.
If you're ready, that's it.
Definitely.
That's it. Then you are going to be a master of meditation very soon. Very soon.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We should not associate, hey, I'm getting thoughts and hence my benefit is going to be less. There is no link to these two. Because by concluding that way, our benefit is going to be less, because the thoughts create reality. By concluding that way, our benefit will be less, because that's how you think and say, oh, I'm not concentrating, I'm not doing regularly, I'm not able to practice it, and so then that's why I'm not seeing the change. So when we do that, dear friends, then we are causing, again, a different reality. So best is, madam, just practice and not bother about anything. And then so automatically the benefits start coming.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Sir, we have Rupa, ma'am. Please unmute.
Namaste, sir. Good morning. I think my question was similar to what was being just asked. I get too distracted when I get into meditation with too many thoughts running, and I try to get myself back. I missed the first 2 classes, and today was my first day. So I wasn't sure if I had missed anything which could have helped me for a better meditation. So that's my question. Thank you.
Yes, definitely you'd want to go back and we watch those videos that we have on our YouTube channel, right? So you must watch them. Of course, we introduce a meditation technique here, but I've elaborated in detail about heart elevation, why we are doing an Ana-Pana-Sati, the technique in day 1 and day 2. Okay.
Okay.
It definitely helps.
Okay. So you suggest to watch the YouTube video first, right?
I suggest to watch day 1 and day 2 videos.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And that applies to even those who attended, but we might not have spent adequate attention during day 1 and day 2. And so if we didn't, if you go there, go to that video, it'll not be too much talk. It'll maybe about 40 minutes on day 1 and another 40 minutes on day 2, before meditation, after meditation. But it's worthwhile to go and then listen to it again. And then now we pick up a lot of new points, especially day 1 and day 2. Okay. So Sudhakar.
We have Sudhakar, sir. Please unmute yourself.
Sir, I'm having one doubt. Whether we want to connect to the inner self or to greater divine self, intelligence.
What's the difference?
So I am confusing that. When we want to connect for prayer or anything to our inner self, we want to ask, or the greater divine self we want to connect.
They're all the same, sir.
Okay.
They're all connected, they're all the same.
Okay.
The different levels of all of that is when you study a little more, the spiritual sense aspect. You read Telugu, you read all Patriji's books, Telugu books. Particularly, the small Telugu books, you read them. Atma Kshetram, I think it's called. Okay.
Okay.
There are different levels of what we are, spiritual science. So people can read Michael Newton books in English, right? Michael Newton books, but they're a little advanced for the current stage of the program, right? But since you've been attending, at the grand scheme of things, from a quantum physics perspective, it's all the same single large field. But of course, then you can divide that field as energies of, there is you as an individual entity, and there is this super you, and there is grander you. There are 3 levels or 4 levels out there. Okay.
Okay.
There is Para Brahma, Paramatma, Atma. There are multiple things, right? So all of them are there. But for the purpose, we say they're all consciousness, they're all energy, they're all connected. There's one, that formless, unlimited entity out there. So what do we do in meditation? We just empty ourselves and be there, right? And then you are connected to this field, connected to the field. If you want to learn something more about, let's say, a master, then you can intend about, hey, I would like to know all the teachings of Ramana Maharshi. I'd like to know the salient points of Ramana Maharshi. I'd like to interact with this master Ramana Maharshi. You have an intent, you can set that intent. I would like to interact with the master Ramana Maharshi if you're deeply interested. And then, then there is this opportunity to meet that master energetically, to understand in that field. Right?
Okay.
That's not yourself, that is somebody's Ramana Maharshi's self that you're meeting there. Okay? So when you get clarity of that, then we can connect with different things. Because you ask the question, myself or a grander self, what is the grander self? There are many, they're all different masters of different forms and entities. Okay? So we just read a little more, so then we get more clarity, so then we can connect a lot more well.
Thank you.
Okay. Michael Newton explains soul evolution. Patriji explains in a lot more simpler terms. In soul evolution terms, we can understand how we are there. So what is a transcendental soul, what is an infinite soul. So we understand those a little bit, so then we can communicate. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
So, we have last one, Geeta Mohan, ma'am.
Hello, sir.
Yes, madam.
Good morning, sir.
Yes.
So I have this question about thoughts. So as meditators, we know that we want to choose good thoughts and all of that. So say I look at a food and I think it's spicy, I can reject it saying, no, it's not going to be like that. Say it's November, December, it's raining, and I get a thought that maybe it will flood this time. I will reject saying, no, it's not going to be like that. But what about, really fearful thoughts? Say as a child, I was hydrophobic. I saw this Spielberg's movie Abyss, and I believe that there's something out there, in the deep waters. So I cannot actually swim until say 2 years from now. After I got into meditation, I knew that it's all mind thing and I'm slowly getting over it. Even now, I cannot deep dive. I can just kind of float. So if somebody told me tomorrow there is an event, you have to compulsorily deep dive, I'm going to freak out. Or say there's been meetings, where we have attended and, where people have said there is a flaw in your speech, or, your dress is not appropriate. And if I'm going to address the same people next time, I'm going to freak out. So what about such thoughts, how do we handle them?
What do you think, Gisaji? Let me hear from you first answer.
I understand that it comes by practice. But when we say we are meditators, when we say that it's not going to happen at all, when we say that such negative thoughts are not going to happen at all, I cannot agree, or maybe I have not evolved to that level. So I want to practically understand how do we, less freak out.
Yeah. So there is a master called Mirdal. I'm glad they're asking these questions. I think you should ask every day one question like this. I enjoy
I
this.
have a lot of questions.
Good. I'll keep that. So the master called Mirdal. Mirdal said, if you want to know something, if you're seeking something, seek understanding power. Seek understanding power. Don't seek this and that, because in that understanding you have an ability to let go or accept or change things. Understanding power. So when you said you recorded a memory through that abyss. By the way, I also watched that movie. It was scary.
Yeah.
Long it came. So when they recorded, that memory is recorded. Now said, okay, deep inside, okay, there is something is there. Now that memory is so deeply there. Now you have to go down. Yes, definitely it pulls the memory up. Now we have to demystify the sea underground. So how do you demystify it? The seabed, you have to demystify. How do you demystify? Know more about it. Knowledge is precursor to the experience. So now your knowledge was, what knowledge you had then through the movie? Oh, it is somewhere deep down, all kinds of stuff may be there. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it's scary. So deep inside, if you go down, there's all darkness, so there are all kinds of stuff is there. That is the knowledge we have. Now we got to demystify by learning new knowledge about how beautiful the seabed can be. Second knowledge we got to hear is demystify about, I'm an energy being, so what can something do? This is a little more deeper understanding, right? I'm an energy being, and as long as I have a purpose living, if I go down and say, what can something do to me? I'll still be alive because I'm here for my purpose, and nothing can stop me from fulfilling my purpose. That's a level of understanding. So we need to constantly start learning about expansive knowledge, the knowledge that is there, demystify things. The more we understand this, slowly the more we overcome those, we start installing a new program. Hey, it is okay. That new program is there. That's saying, okay, under the sea, it's beautiful out there. Even if I encounter something significant, I've got a positive vibration, so I can maneuver around it. So you got that new belief now, right? This is how people actually overcome walking in the darkness or going into the forest. When you regularly meditate, the more you understand nature is you, nature is always cooperating when your vibrations are good. So then you stop worrying about snakes and you just go into the forest, because the snakes also don't come to you when you have an understanding that you're not fearful, and then you always have positive vibration. They're also not coming unless they're disturbing you in most cases. If you have intentions to dam, if you're fearful, and then the moment the snake is there, you're going to hit something, and that is the vibration you send, and they're also coming towards you with the same fear. And so when you have that understanding, so that's knowledge. So with the knowledge, then we are spending beautiful time in nature. Otherwise, we're scared always. Oh, that bug will come, this will come, that will come. We have the knowledge that body will heal. So we're no longer worried that whatever, if you go to the forest and some insect will bite, and now suddenly I'm going to hide God knows what kind of stuff. Body will heal. When you have that knowledge, and when you have that, then it's more digested. So you learn to emit. And so you're able to more freely go into the forest and nature. Same thing here. It takes time by demystifying, learning more. You got to
So
learn
you
more.
suggest to learn more about it and face it.
Absolutely. When you learn more, then we have an opportunity to change old beliefs around it, the limited beliefs, the myths. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So if you read from him, Living with Himalayan Masters, from Swami Rama's books, then you will learn that, okay, there's all these mystical things around this Himalayas here, there. And it excites and motivates you. You deeply imprint with other experiences. You'll explore Himalayas in that mindset. If you read somebody else who really gotten bad experiences, they document, and then those books should now be published in the first place. And then you read them, you get scared, and then you drop everything. You drop and say, oh, no way I can ever get into Himalayas. Because we slowly absorb a lot based on that. So obviously we have to read most right constructive books, right? So that's why we're recommending a set of them tomorrow. Read all of them.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, friends. Oh, 8:05. So thank you all. We'll see you tomorrow again. Thank you.
Thank you. I have so much gratitude. Thank you. Thank you. I have so much gratitude. Thank you. Thank you. I have so much gratitude. Thank you. Thank you. I have so much gratitude. Thank you for my life. Thank you for my health. Thank you for my love. Thank you for my wealth. Thank you for my home. Thank you for my happiness. Thank you for my work. Thank you for my plan. Thank you for my wealth. Thank you for my home.
Ramesh, you're going to join the facilitator meeting immediately, right? Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Bye, everyone. We'll meet you all tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. IST. Thank you.